it's the Black White Liberal. How are you doing? I wanted to check in with you all because I saw a video yesterday. Maybe it happened over the weekend, but the question we have today is to twerk or not to twerk. And so this is related to an incident that happened in Dallas at a restaurant called the True Kitchen. I'm sure you've heard about it. The owner kind of had do we call it a meltdown? Do we call it a talking to that he gave these people? Anyway, so he has a restaurant in Dallas called True Kitchen, and it's supposed to be kind of like an upscale dining kind of thing, or at least just a nice place. I don't know if I would call it upscale 'cause I don't know enough about it. I saw some pictures. It looks very nice. And so basically, what happened is there were some people that were women that were dancing a little too provocatively, in his opinion, and he asked them to discontinue, and they didn't. And he ended up having a bit of a um, he had an episode, and they got it on they recorded it and it's gone viral, and so I'm going to play it for you real quick and then we'll come back and talk about it. So this actually, you're not going to be able to see the person twerk. This is his reaction to the twerking in his restaurant, and it's probably about 50 seconds long, so we'll go ahead and play it. Oops, let's see. This is the meltdown. Hold on, sorry about that.
For our culture. So don't do it now. Don't do it again. I don't want to hear it. If you don't like it, get out.
Start from the beginning.
I invested a lot of money into buying this building, into developing this concept, so black people can have somewhere nice to go to, okay? Somewhere where we can feel good about ourselves as a... Daquan, stop the music, please.
Daquan, stop the music.
Somewhere where our people can feel good.
Hold on, because Daquan was still playing music, even though he was trying to lecture people, and probably the same music that had these ladies up dancing. But okay, that part was funny.
About ourselves as a culture, okay? Yeah. No, real talk. And so all this twerking and shit, take it to Prime, take it to Pink. Don't bring it here because we're a restaurant.
So he's telling them to take it to Prime and Pink, which are two clubs that are in the area. So he's like, I'm a restaurant. Don't do that here.
And so beyond that, 75% of my customers are ladies. And I want men to show respect for themselves for how they carry themselves here. So how can I tell the men to respect themselves and you guys are twerking on glass here? If you want to do it, get the fuck out my restaurant. Because I...
Ooh, he said, get the fuck out my restaurant. This place is classy, okay? This is a classy restaurant, and if you don't like it, you can get the fuck out. Okay?
I did it for our people and I did it for our culture. So don't do it now. Don't do it again. I don't want to hear it. If you don't like it, get out because I don't need your money. I need to provide something for my people. And don't do it again. Thank you.
So of course some people were like, well then you need to change the music. And somebody made a comment about the fact that he had on a short sleeve turtleneck, so he really means business. I took that personally because I'll be wearing short sleeve turtlenecks from time to time. But just thought that was funny. So anyway, basically how do we feel about this? I mean, this man is a business owner and he did invest a lot of money. Now, I don't know if he renovated this building, but he said that he invested a lot of money into it. And he kind of just, wanted it to have a certain reputation. The question is, do we value things that are in our community? Would we do that at, a nicer steakhouse or some kind of restaurant? But then the other question is, would they be playing that music somewhere like that? So I think that this maybe could be a lesson for both parties. I mean, yes, we need to be able to conduct ourselves a certain kind of way, but also we need to understand that if you create the atmosphere, certain things are going to happen. So you also have to check yourself. Am I setting the atmosphere for people to behave like this? Daquan was still playing the music while he was talking. This was the same music that got all the people, or not all the people, but got some people up and dancing. Apparently there was 3 tables of women and one of the women standing up and dancing. And this was like a popular Dallas song that gets people out of their seats. And so that's what happened. I'm assuming they serve alcohol here. My thing is, I don't have a problem necessarily with the owner and what he said. And the fact that it's gone viral, if he wants to kind of set the tone for his restaurant moving forward. Now, some people are calling for them to cancel this guy, cancel the restaurant. I think that's ridiculous because you don't know what was going on. He could have had a food critic there. There could have been any number of things going on. And on top of that, he has the right to set the tone in his restaurant. So, the one thing I would say is from this viral video, I'm not going to condemn him for what he said. He has the absolute right to say it. Was it a little rough? It was, but I think that that's a learning experience for him in terms of not only how do you dress people, but you can't talk about how you want to have something nice and classy and be cursing people out at the same time. And you also can't tell people, I don't want you to dance, or I want you to carry yourself a certain way, but I'm also going to play music that I know is going to get people hype and pumped up. If you want people to dance at the club, then you don't need to be playing club music at your restaurant. So that's kind of how I feel about it. I don't have a problem with what he said, but use this moment to set the tone for what you want your restaurant to be going forward. You can't bring in somebody who's going to be playing, back that, what is, oh God, I can't even think, back that ass up, or, anything like that, and then be upset that people are responding, especially if you're serving liquor in your restaurant. So I didn't really have an issue with what he said, honestly. A lot of people did, but a lot of people supported him. So I think this is the kind of stuff that's on us as a community to just be more thoughtful and not just react. I support him, but I think, this is a chance for him to say, what could I do differently? Or what am I doing to promote this kind of behavior? I can't just come out and shame people and lecture people for their behavior if I'm going to create the space for them to do that. So I think he could use a little bit, maybe do some tweaking. And again, this is a perfect opportunity to do it because all eyes are on you. People will be completely clear about what your restaurant is about, but then you have to maintain that moving forward. And he actually did he put out a statement about um, about him going viral and what all happened. And I'll just read it to you here. Try to paraphrase, it's a little long. In response to the numerous comments and posts on social media, I'm going to share a bit of detail with our guest twerking, being asked to stop, being addressed, and asked to leave True Kitchen and Cocktails. While I would like to apologize to the patrons who I offended by my poor choice of wording, I think this full story and bit of video may help your understanding of the final straw with guests addressed and asked to leave. When the first incidents occurred, the guests were politely asked to stop and have respect for themselves and other customers. I don't know if you need to say have respect for yourself. You could just say it's our policy that we don't really allow this kind of behavior in the restaurant. The guests at issue were at 3 tables. As the video shows, you'll see guests spoken to politely and literally begged to stop standing on furniture and twerking. There are other videos that show much more behavior in the following, but we don't want to embarrass the guests sitting at those tables. Later, as another video shows, a customer stood on her seat, placed her hands on the glass window, and began to twerk. My immediate reaction was this woman could fall through this window and we could be the target of a lawsuit. So again, I was saying there's other things that are factors that we're not considering. We're just watching this video and reacting. We don't know liability, what floor this restaurant is in. We don't know any of this stuff. And so he said, the person could sue him if they got hurt. And so he said after addressing the behavior twice, he felt like the customers no longer deserved the courtesy of kindness that he had already expressed. That's why they were told to leave. Now, I don't know if he lectured the rest of the restaurant while they were there or when they were kicked out. And if it's 3 tables of women, I'm assuming there was a scene when they left. So I'm just going to show you the video real quick. You can see him. I don't think there's any sound on this video. You can see him walk up and he talks to them. And, he even does one of these. So I'm assuming he's like, hey, ladies, I'm really trying to ask you to take it easy and calm down with all that stuff. So gosh, those people are close. What's up with social distancing? But anyway, that's not what this is about. So we can see. I think he said he came up and talked to them twice. First of all, these ladies look too old to be twerking out in public in a restaurant. Okay, I'm not going to say anything because I'm not looking my best. But anyway, So you could just see him coming up. He was talking to them, being respectful, and they just wanted to do their own thing. So, in my opinion, I don't have an issue with what he said. I just think that he has to be consistent in terms of you can't necessarily have this kind of maybe music and cocktails and stuff like that and then expect people to not dance. And you can't control who's going to come in your restaurant. So somebody may come in and do a two-step and then somebody may come in and twerk. So you got to think about the atmosphere that you're setting. And so, like I said, this is the perfect time for him to reset, to make it clear to everybody what to expect when you come to True Kitchen. I hope that people don't boycott or try to shut down the restaurant, because why? There's people working there, it's full. So they're providing jobs, they're providing entertainment. He has to set the tone, and then people have to know how to conduct themselves. If you went to a really upscale restaurant anywhere else, you wouldn't do that. And so we don't need to, I just feel like as black people, we don't need to fight for the right to be able to twerk. Twerk in the appropriate places. Go to the club, do it in your house, do it in your bedroom for your man or woman, whatever. That's where you do it. Don't do it at necessarily a restaurant if that's not the atmosphere of the restaurant. As black people, let's just do better. Let's use our heads. Let's have decorum and know how to act. This man is providing, I guess, a quality restaurant, quality entertainment, quality food. So we always complain black people don't know how to run their business or whatever. So this is somebody who says, this is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to do something positive. I'm trying to have a business where you come and you get good customer service and, you get good food. I'm giving you what we say we always ask for. Now I'm asking us and my patrons to maybe just do a little better. So those are my thoughts on this. I'm not going to take it too long. I appreciate y'all for coming on my live and watching me and joining the Black White Liberal. And we'll be back on Saturday at 9 o'clock. If something else happens in between, I might do another little drop like this. So definitely like, share, subscribe to the channel so you can hear about the 9 o'clock on Saturday nights. That's Eastern time. Or you can also catch these little pop-ups that I do. So I appreciate y'all for tuning in. I love to hear your opinions about it. Leave your comments. And also leave your comments and we can talk about it. And also come and check in with me on Saturdays at 9 o'clock. Talk to you later.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face, tell me that you love me.